I have a theory. Somewhere out there exists a future version of you who's finally happy. At least that's what your brain keeps telling you. The problem is, every time you get closer to becoming that person, they move further away, like a psychological treadmill designed by a particularly creative villain. I remember being younger and thinking, once I finish school, everything will make sense. Then school ended, and suddenly the finish line relocated itself. Now it was, once I get my life together, which turned into, once I figure out my career, which turned into whatever today's version is. And the strange thing is, every future version of happiness feels completely reasonable. That's what makes this trap so effective. Nobody wakes up thinking, I'm going to postpone my entire life today. It feels responsible, strategic, mature. Of course you'll relax after the project. Of course you'll enjoy life after things settle down. The problem is, things never settle down. Life isn't a video game where all side quests disappear after the main mission. You finish one thing, 3 more appear, like your responsibilities are reproducing when you're not looking. And eventually, something starts happening that nobody talks about. You stop treating happiness like an emotion and start treating it like a reward you haven't earned yet. Your brain quietly creates a deal. It says, you can enjoy yourself later. And because the deal sounds productive, you sign it without reading the terms and conditions. The weird part? Research suggests humans are actually terrible at predicting what will make them happy long term. We constantly overestimate how much future achievements will change our emotional lives. We imagine a dramatic transformation, a movie ending, a life-changing moment. But reality is much less cinematic. You get the thing, you celebrate, your brain updates the baseline, and then starts looking around for the next missing piece. It's like arriving at the destination only to discover your brain has already moved the map, which sounds depressing, but honestly, I found it weirdly comforting. Because it explains something. The reason happiness keeps feeling out of reach isn't necessarily because you're failing. It might be because your mind was never trying to let you arrive in the first place. Think about it. If happiness always exists in the future, you never have to evaluate the present. You never have to ask uncomfortable questions like, am I actually enjoying the life I've built? Future happiness is safe. Present happiness is risky. Because present happiness forces you to look at reality. And reality is messy. It doesn't come with dramatic music, or perfect timing, or a clear finish line, which is why so many of us keep waiting for the moment life finally begins, while accidentally living it the entire time. And maybe that's the real problem. Not that we're unhappy, but that we're treating happiness like a destination instead of evidence. Evidence that something in this moment already matters. Not everything, not forever, just enough. Because here's the uncomfortable possibility. The future version of you isn't secretly holding the missing piece. They're probably doing exactly what you're doing right now, looking slightly further ahead, thinking, once I get there, then I'll finally be happy.